Transfer bombshell. Tottenham ready to attack Manchester City for Omar Marmoush as January window approaches. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham are accelerating their plans for January and a shock name has surged to the top of their shortlist. Omar Marmoush is firmly on Spurs' radar, with the North London club actively positioning themselves to strike as soon as the transfer window opens. Sources close to the situation indicate that Tottenham have shifted focus away from Antoine Semenyo, effectively stepping out of that race, and are now concentrating their efforts on the Manchester City forward. The reasoning is clear. Spurs are desperate to fix their malfunctioning left flank, and Marmoush has been identified as a ready-made solution with elite-level pedigree. Despite his undeniable quality, the Egyptian international has found himself on the fringes at the Etihad. His minutes this season have been scarce, a frustrating reality for a player entering what should be the prime years of his career. That lack of involvement has not gone unnoticed in North London, where recruitment staff believe the situation creates a genuine opening to apply pressure on City. Tottenham view Marmoush as a tactical weapon. He can stretch defences from the left, drift inside to combine centrally, or even lead the line when required. His pace, ball-carrying ability, and eye for goal are precisely the traits Spurs feel are missing from their attack, which has too often looked predictable and blunt. Behind the scenes, there is a growing belief that this deal is realistic. Manchester City are well stocked in attacking areas, and with other reinforcements potentially arriving at the Etihad, Marmoush could slip further down the pecking order. Spurs are monitoring that situation closely, ready to move at the first sign of flexibility. The preferred structure from Tottenham's point of view would be a loan with an option to buy, allowing them to secure an immediate impact while managing financial risk. However, there is also an understanding that a permanent bid could be explored if City signal willingness to negotiate outright. With January approaching fast, Tottenham's intent is unmistakable. They want a left winger, they want proven quality, and they believe Omar Marmoush ticks every box. The groundwork is being laid, the target is clear, and Spurs are preparing to act decisively once the window opens. Spurs have been rocked by a fresh and deeply concerning update surrounding Fabio Paratici, with Sky Sports now shedding new light on a situation that is rapidly escalating behind the scenes in North London. In recent days, reports from Italy claimed Fiorentina had made a bold move to lure Paratici away from Spurs to become their new head of football. Trusted Italian sources, including Fabrizio Romano, have suggested the Serie A club are quietly confident of getting their man. However, what makes this saga even more alarming for Tottenham supporters is what has not happened. According to Sky Sports journalist Michael Bridge, Fiorentina have still not made any formal approach to Tottenham for Paratici, despite the director being under contract at Spurs for another 2 years. Even more astonishingly, Tottenham only became aware of Fiorentina's interest through media reports, not through official channels. Bridge confirmed on social media that, as things stand, Spurs remain completely in the dark, with no contact whatsoever from the Italian club. This strongly suggests Fiorentina are attempting to strike an agreement directly with Paratici before approaching Tottenham, a move that raises serious red flags. The most worrying aspect: Paratici has not shut the door on Fiorentina. The fact he continues discussions instead of immediately rejecting the proposal will set alarm bells ringing inside the club. It points to potential frustration with his current role at Spurs, where he operates as joint sporting director alongside Johan Lange rather than having full control. For Tottenham, this is a volatile and potentially damaging situation. Losing Paratici weeks before the January transfer window would be a hammer blow, and the silence from all sides only adds to the sense that something big is brewing. The coming days could prove decisive. Radu Dragusin's future at Tottenham is suddenly under serious scrutiny, with growing indications that his time in North London could be cut short far sooner than expected. The 23-year-old centre-back, signed with high expectations, is desperate for regular minutes, something Spurs have so far been unable to guarantee. After spending months on the sidelines recovering from injury, Dragusin is now fit again. but his pathway back into the starting 20th looks far from clear. That uncertainty has reopened the door to a potential return to Italy, where his reputation remains strong. Reports from Italy suggest Roma and Napoli are closely monitoring the situation, with sources claiming a move away from Spurs is increasingly likely. The possibility of an exit in January is very much on the table, although a departure next summer has not been ruled out either. A loan deal, potentially including an option or even an obligation to buy, is being discussed behind the scenes. Crucially, it is believed the chances of Dragusin heading back to Serie A are extremely high. However, Tottenham are in no mood to take a financial hit. Spurs invested around £30 million in the Romanian defender and will be determined to recover as much of that fee as possible, whether through a permanent sale or a carefully structured loan agreement. From Dragusin's perspective, the situation is clear. At this stage of his career, sitting on the bench is not an option. Regular football is essential to rebuild momentum, sharpness and confidence. His previous spell in Italy, particularly with Genoa, proved he has the quality and temperament to thrive at a high level. If Tottenham cannot offer him consistent game time in the second half of the season, an exit may suit all parties. For Dragusin, a return to familiar surroundings could be the spark that reignites his upward trajectory, and Serie A clubs are ready to pounce. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!